Hey there. Hello, hello. There we are. Okay, so, things are interesting. We got a funny one here, but, okay. So, just wait for people to get in here. Any interesting up? Oh, you have an E6 up. I suppose that's interesting. Other than that, perhaps some things over here. 86, welcome in.
Over the past few weeks,
So, the H5N1 bird flu has been on the rise throughout the world, pretty much. A 2-year-old girl from Australia have actually caught that flu after being on a holiday in India. And that actually means that she's now in intensive care, actually really sick. So, that's sort of an interesting stuff, because not only is it on the rise in the US, but in India as well. It appears to be very cow related because not only has it been noticed in cows in the US, but in India, where they pretty much worship cows and run around with them all over the place, well, actually, in India as well, it appears to have risen up in a scale as well. So here we have a video. The guy who posted it is like a known fucking. I'm trying to see if I can't find. One second. So there was a message from the World Health Organization. So here you have, this is a message right here from the. So, well, okay. New Zealand farmers expect a new mandate vaccine. World Health Organization recommends farmers to get vaccinated for bird flu. It is just a recommendation until one day it is mandatory. So here you have, this is the World Health Organization talking about the H5N1 bird flu.
treatment or control measures. WHO recommends countries strengthen surveillance in settings where humans and farmed or wild animals interact. WHO is also continuing to engage with manufacturers to make sure that, if needed, supplies of vaccines and antivirals would be available. Treatment or control measures. WHO recommends countries strengthen surveillance in settings where humans and farmed or wild animals interact. WHO is also continuing to engage with manufacturers to make sure that, if needed, supplies of vaccines and antivirals would be available.
So that's from the World Health Organization right there, and I do genuinely believe this seems to be a new strain. Daily Mail, World Health Organization warns new strain of bird flu has jumped to humans with potential for high public health impact as a man in Mexico. This is in Mexico, the United States, Mexico. It's pretty much across the globe. 59 tested positive from dying before dying from it. Right? I was just like, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, he died. Well, it is certainly a serious illness. You look at the symptoms here. H5N1 symptoms. So here you have it. Fever or feeling feverish, cough, sore throat, funny or stuffed nose, muscle or body ache, headaches, fatigue, shortness of breath, or difficult breathing. These are the and the funny thing is, right, when you look at these symptoms of the H5N1 bird flu, feeling fever or feeling feverish, pretty normal thing to be when you're just sick. Coughing, very normal. Sore throat, very normal. Runny or stuffy nose, very normal. Muscle or body ache can be pretty normal as well. Headache, fatigue, shortness of breath or difficult breathing. That one certainly is the one you gotta watch out for. But all these things right here saying that's symptoms of the H1 CDC. Oh, actually I have a CDC right here. Avian influenza bird flu. The avian influenza bird is a disease of birds caused by infection with the avian influenza A viruses. Infect birds bird flu virus in their saliva, mucus, and feces. Yeah, people who rarely get bird flu, however, human infections with bird flu can happen if enough virus is inhaled or gets into a person's mouth. Yet, eyes or nose, bird flu infects happens most often after someone has close, prolonged, and unprotected, no gloves or other personal protective equipment, contact with infected birds, and touch their nose, mouth, eyes, or nose. Right. Spread quickly and may kill nearly entire polyflock within 48 hours. The low, I can't fucking read that, pathogen virus, I don't know, may not cause symptoms or may cause only mild symptoms such as ruffled feathers or drop in egg production. Look at that. So it can kill a whole. It could kill a whole bunch. Your whole entire farm with chicken. That's gone. It's a serious. It's a serious thing. And that's one of the things I want to talk about. And the reason why I'm saying this right here, and the reason why I want to talk about it, is because the world's changing. There is global warming. The world is changing up. You have to take a look at the way that the world is changing. What if diseases and viruses believe that to survive, they may need to start infecting humans, mutate. This virus that has been affecting humans, and now a 2-year-old girl from Australia, after a trip to India, actually got the bird flu. Now, keep in mind, this means that they have to have prolonged contact with someone with that disease. So either they had prolonged contact with a person, which sounds weird, or wild animal, most likely cows. These are things that can happen. So these are quite a serious thing here. What if that virus decides? I mean, these viruses, they're viral. They don't really have an instinct to survive. So if they decide to mutate, which appears that there has been a new strain of virus, this new strain appears to be, a new strain, a new serious strain, a new influenza. Not likely to be a pandemic. No, I believe there are vaccines. However, if it's a new strain, but things are serious. It really is. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye out. Okay. So let's get on to some other news here. Of course, we're still watching Ukraine here. So country's birth rate has fallen new record. Oh, just Japan. Oh, Japan or China. China's not gonna have a lot of children left. Some news coming up from Gaza here today. Footage from earlier today showing the Israeli UH-60 Black Hawk transport helicopter, which contained 25-year-old Nora Agrami, who had just been rescued during the joint operation in central Gaza Strip, listed off the road near coast of Gaza and less than 100 yards from the temporary floating humanitarian aid pier and the U.S. Army main residence ambush protected. What? Okay. Well, yeah, there are still hostages. As far as we understand, there are still hostages being held by Gaza. I mean, you can watch that video there. So it's a Black Hawk that took off from the Gaza Strip with a Israeli Black Hawk. So.
לא, אתה לא רואה מעלים.
That right there, I believe, actually is the pier of where they get the humanitarian aid from,
איזה מלבן שם? כן.
That could have been the hostages being taken out there. That was definitely the hostage that we saw being taken out. Now it's taken off. One of the hostages appears to have been evacuated there, and either they found her, or um, you know, they've gone in to simply get the hostages. What the IDF might have simply done is simply say fuck it and go in for the hostages. They're tired. They want their hostages. They want to stop. I don't know if they want to stop, but they continue to keep going. So I don't know if they want to stop. But shit happens, right? So they keep going. Yeah. Germany is considering sending another Patriot SAM system to Ukraine, per a report from Bloomberg. This would be the fourth Patriot system sent by Germany, and comes at a time when German government relax rules on its use against Russian aircraft over against Russian aircraft over Russian airspace. I think they mean Ukrainian aircraft over Russian airspace. Maybe, I don't know. That's a weird sentence. Okay, well, but let's go to deep state, because I do want to take a look at what deep state's going on here. I haven't been on this for a while here. I was taking a look at the factor that they were going to be starting. They haven't done it yet, and this has pretty much become a standstill. It appears this area here has pretty much become just a second front that's been standing still the last few days. Look at this. So this front right here was moving a lot throughout the first days, but now it disappears to have become a standstill. Annoying for the Ukrainians, because they're still in the back of them, so they still have to commit a lot to keeping, well, a lot, they have to commit something to keeping sure that. But there's also new troops here in the Sumy region, so there could be a possible attack in the Sumy region, which is right here. There could be another attack coming soon, or eventually, or sometime. There also appears to be a buildup of other soldiers here along the Belarusian border here, as I can see, because these soldiers right here doesn't appear to have been there. Have they been there for a long time? Maybe I'm just blind. I feel like they haven't, but okay. Maybe they have, but there's still a lot of Ukrainian soldiers along the border here. Russian soldiers along the Belarusian border. Otherwise, it appears to have been smaller engagements taken out here in the very small push here from the Russians in this village here, heading towards some of the bigger city right here. Still not a lot of push forward or anything really. I mean, there's been a lot of pushing here throughout the days here, as we knew, but it's a standstill at the moment. The Ukrainians are receiving the F-16s here in a minute, so pretty damn good. So things are well, I don't know, they're doing right. What the fuck? Russian forces finally admit that they are gay. A pink MiG was spotted sunbathing on Belbek airfield. What the fuck? I mean, this might be some kind of new coding. They might be running out of coding. It doesn't even look like a real. It doesn't look. That doesn't look very real to me, because it doesn't look anything like these guys. It looks like he's got some kind of different. It might be their new stealth aircraft. Bisexual aircraft is what it is. No, it's not. We're going to talk about that. There's been an attack on the Prime Minister of Denmark, or the State Minister. So, but as far as I understand, she's alright. But there has been some headache So it appears to have been, we don't exactly know the identity of the man, but it appears to have been a foreigner, is the best way I can put it. Because I don't actually understand. The reason why we know it might be a foreigner of some sort is because he is supposedly to have a translator with him. So he's supposed to have a translator with him, which suggests that he doesn't speak Danish, which suggests he's a foreigner of some kind of nation or area. Likely to do with the Israeli thing, I imagine, because people are crazy. NATO wants to send a special envoy to Ukraine who will coordinate aid for allies. The positions of the senior civilian representative of NATO who will settle in Kyiv will be presented at the summit in July. Well, these motherfuckers were braver than I am, because holy shit, I wouldn't do that. Look at this. Look at this right here. This motherfucker doesn't know. I mean, like, these are Americans, right? Why are they Americans? Well, take a look what they're standing. Take a look where they're standing. They're standing by the White House. This guy right here is saying, fuck Israel, stand with Hamas. Now, first of all, that's not even their slogan. Their usual slogan is stand with Palestine. He's saying he wants to stand with Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group. Or what we call a terrorist group, right? Well, they are a terrorist group. That's what they are. I mean, I don't think this guy even knows what Hamas is. I don't think this guy knows where Israel is. I don't think this guy knows what when they say from the river to the sea. I don't think they know what river or sea they're talking about. This right here as well.
Along with all of us consciousness and of humanity.
I'm watching.
Remember that Lincoln was the butcher of Gaza, and history will show that Gaza will not be defeated. History will show that victory is for the best.
I mean, that's that guy or girl or whatever he is. He's probably, you ask him, he's not a girl, right? He's not a guy. He's, excuse me, did you assume my gender? Oh my God, oh my God. No, sorry about that. Like, listen, look at that guy, okay? I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. I don't want to, well, listen, I don't, fuck you, okay? Fuck you. No, fuck you, because you're making me do all kinds of stuff, say all kinds of bullshit. But look at this. I mean, ask that guy where Israel is. Ask that guy where Palestine is. Ask that guy where is the Middle East located? Where is the Middle East? Where's Iraq? Where's Saudi Arabia? Where's Jordan? Where's the Red Sea? Where's the Mediterranean? Ask any of them. They don't know. They don't know what they're supporting. They just see a bunch of clips online posted by a lot of propagandists who think that this is who are trying to turn people with them because people believe anything they see on the internet. People don't understand half of the shit that's going on. Now, me sitting here saying all this, you assume I'm the pro-Palestine, I'm a pro-Israeli, all that stuff. Listen, I'm not in agreement with the factor of continuing to fight in Gaza. However, I am in agreement that they need to get the hostages out. I believe that Hamas should surrender and give the hostages out. This is what I believe. Do I believe in a two-state solution? Yes. This is what I believe in. Okay? I don't believe in the ideas of destroying both nations. Okay? I don't believe in the idea of not establishing two countries that can live together. But these people aren't educated. These people don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. They have just seen a bunch of videos and a bunch of articles or TikToks, likely. Not articles. Probably just TikToks. Right? That shows, children have been killed in Gaza. And that's true. I mean, 12,000 children. This is backed up by official knowledge. We know that. 12,000 children have been killed. Horrible. I'm not in a disagreement with that. But I am here to tell you that some of these things that people are saying by standing with Hamas, standing with all these things, they don't understand half of it. You know, they don't know where it is. And then you tell me, do you need to know where it is to support something? Well, I think so, because you know, if I came out and said that I was going to support the military coup in Niger, for example, that there was the military coup in Niger, and somebody asked me, well, where's Niger? And I said in Asia, right? Which is not true. Niger is in America. Sorry, Africa, not America. Niger is in Africa. It's right there, and if I, and then they're gonna ask me, well, what happened? Who's the leader? Right? I don't remember his exact name. I don't have enough knowledge to know exactly what's going on down here. If you ask me, because I've actually looked up about this fucking coup that did take place, if you ask me, do I support the idea of the Western, at least France, getting out of these countries? Yeah. You know why? Because the Western countries are taking every single national resource that these people have. I mean, Africa, the reason why they're still poor is because the Western countries are taking and saying they're helping the Africans establish a mining company, an oil company. But in reality, what they're really doing is just taking a lot of it. You know, there's a lot of uranium in Niger. Niger had a uranium mine. France earned $600 million a year, while Niger earned 60 million, and they were the ones who mined it. I don't think I think the refinement takes place in probably also I don't know, but they got it up, and they put manpower in. This is basically, I don't want to say it, but it's basically modern slavery in terms of conditions. It basically is. I mean, you're barely paying people to do jobs that they get, barely basic living means off, keeping this country so poor that they have to rely on these few bit of money coming in from you because of this uranium mining. But if they were to earn money from this uranium mining, earn those 600 millions, they'd be a lot better off, wouldn't they? And then you say, well, is the military coup, is that a bad thing? Possibly not, because the people's actually behind this military coup. The president of Niger is a tyrant. He didn't help the people, because if he helped the people, he would have told the West to fuck off. This new guy in charge, although he's pro-Russian, he's telling the West to fuck off. He has reasons to tell the West to fuck off. Listen, you have to understand these things. And this is, do your research, because this guy and these people here, many of them, don't understand what Hamas is. They don't understand any of it. They don't understand. They don't know what Yemen is, who the Houthis are. They don't understand what Iran is. They might understand what Iran is. Iran, I mean, this is just a bunch of. I mean, I can show you the video, but it's just a bunch of the same stuff. It's just a bunch of. This is what I find to be the most annoying stuff there. I mean, this is a elderly gentleman from America who says, fuck Israel, stand with Hamas. I mean, but you got to understand these things before you just go in and jump in. I mean, I'm not sitting here and saying I'm against this idea of the two-state solutions and all that stuff, but I'm against the idea of them going out and saying, let's get rid of a whole country, a whole nation. That's just not right, Heavy fighting between Israeli forces and Hamas is being reported on the east of the U.S. Army temporary floating pier in central Gaza. This is 1 minute ago, by the way, so there's active fighting still going on here in Gaza near the pier of the U.S. pier, actually, yeah. I think it's time for us to address what this is. A lot of people keep saying that this is his last appearance in public. Putin's wears not a bulletproof vest, but also tinned eyebrows. This is Putin. Yes. What is Putin? Why does he look like this? Well, because he's had lip fillers, because he's had cheek fillers, because he's had plastic surgery, most likely. Listen, this guy is an old man, and he has a lot of money, and he's likely gotten a lot of filling in his lips, face, and eyebrows to appear younger. This is likely why he looks like this. This is Putin, and there's no other. I don't know how many doubles Putin has, but Putin's face is puffed up, and not because he has an allergic reaction, because he has a lot of Botox in his face. That's it. The Moldonian citizens were detained in Paris after they made graffiti with coffins and inscriptions French soldiers in Ukraine. Oh yeah, I saw that. There was some stories about that. That was, yeah. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has signed an agreement with Turkey to extract gold in his country south, where large areas have been devastated by illegal mines. Okay. Shame on you, they yell. Shame on you. Shame on you, cocksucker. Pictures of 4 Israeli hostages rescued after alive in Gaza. They're in good condition. Why are you sharing these pictures? I mean, come on, guys. Stop sharing. They keep continuing to share the pictures of these hostages that's been taken. Listen, the reason why I say this is because you're gonna see the pictures anyways. I'm not gonna show it on here. Leave these people alone, okay? I mean, these people have probably been through enough. So maybe don't show their faces on social media for the whole world to see. I mean, it's just disrespectful.
Invite you.
Putin stated that within 6 years, with an optimist, he plans for Russia to become one of the top 10 global leaders in scientific research and development. He had 25 years to achieve this, not yet now he's engaged in a war. This claim is particular, assuming given recent reports that only 8 Russian scientists are frequently cited in global scientific communities compared to over 2,000 in the United States. Overall, the economic forum turned out to be a proper festival of nonsense where Putin managed to outdo himself. I mean, this guy is just amazing. He's just amazing, isn't he? He's just amazing, yeah. The threats from East Paris, Poland, and the Baltic states finally continue to arm and construct fortifications along the border with Russia, Belarus, and partly Ukraine, writes Slavomir Sierikowski in his latest op-ed. Yeah, this is true. Oh, this. At least one Ukrainian attack drone hit Mustok Air Base this morning, impacting eastern end of the airfield. Mustok is home to a number of Russian Air Force Tu-22 M3 strategic bombers. Ouch, look at that. There it is. Boom, baby.
Allahu Akbar.
What? What that guy in the end say Allahu Akbar? What the fuck? What that guy in the end just say Allah? What the fuck? Oh god. Well, you think, look at this. We will not surrender, Hamas leader H5N1 fumes after Israeli free sausages. We will not. What does this guy think he is? Fucking Winston Churchill? This motherfucker thinks he's Winston Churchill. We shall never surrender. You know. Fucking modern day Winston Churchill right there. Fuck no.
Helicopters, and we got 4 more hostages from. Hey, my darlings, yay, I'm so happy we went in with our helicopters, and we got 4.
What the fuck?
We're going to get all of our hostages, you motherfucker.
What the fuck? I hope so. Good. What do you want? I mean, it's good to see there's a lot of people who aren't. I mean, let's be honest. The majority of the world is against the idea of supporting Palestine. I think a lot of people are against the idea of supporting Hamas. I think 90% of the world. I think a lot of people think it's a lot more. I think that we see a lot of videos on the internet that says that they're supporting, that there's everybody who supports Palestine or Hamas or anything like that. I think it's nonsense. I think there's a lot less who simply don't care. I think there's a lot in the pool of like I personally don't give a shit. The whole Middle Eastern thing, I'm just tired of it. I really don't want anymore. Because, why? All right. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this. Huge opposition rally hungry to protest against Orban's populist anti-EU and pro-Kremlin regime. Putin ally must be having nightmares. Hungry. Look at this bad boy right here. Damn, that's a lot of people. Look at that. Keep going. That is some good shit right there. You heard that? Da, 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 da. Yeah, baby. Fuck Putin. Fuck him and his fucking regime. He can go fuck himself. Well, he can. Let's be honest. He can. Progress.
I ogromnie współczuję i w ogóle oczywiście potępiam tę sytuację. Natomiast z drugiej strony też wiemy, że Straż Graniczna
Russia is no
uchodźców traktuje...
longer an aircraft carrier nation. Okay. Russia has officially, I think, yeah, they've outcommissioned their aircraft carrier because it didn't work. They've never been an aircraft carrier nation. People keep saying, "Oh, they have aircraft." No, they don't. It's not worked in years. It's not worked, I think, in 20 fucking years. Listen, guys. Happy D-Day, by the way. I don't know you guys were around to see that, but happy D-Day. Should the United States give foreign aid to? Well, that's good to know. U.S. scared of Russia. Texas versus Russia. Texas has a larger economy on the net. Yeah, gross domestic product 2018. They have a larger economy. U.S. scared of Russia? That is true, right? I mean, Russia doesn't pose a threat to America. I mean, people say, "Oh, well, they have nuclear weapons." Well, so does the United States. I mean, and let's be honest, we all know that the United States missiles are probably a lot better. So let's be honest with each other here and say, if they were to go to war, we all know who would win. Okay, we all know who would win. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for stopping by here. Just a short little one here. There's not a lot going on today. I mean, there's a lot of, it appears to be assassination attempts on prime ministers. And, it's a bad time to be a prime minister right now, by the way. So don't be that right now. Let's wait for a little bit until we kick back. But, Have a good time, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. I think I'm gonna come back to streaming a bit, so hopefully we'll see you around. Stay tuned on Twitter. Twitter's link in the bio if you want to go watch more of the Twitter videos that I come out. So thank you guys for stopping by here. I really just went live to talk about the to talk about the bird flu because it is a serious thing. So if you missed that, go back in the stream. Go watch me talking about the bird flu. Quite a serious one. Watch out. Especially if you're a farmer. You know, I mean, I don't want to sit here and backseat drive, but I think you know this. But please wear protection, not in that sense. You know what I'm talking about. You know, gloves, masks.